This is your turn, Maria.
This is my turn. Yeah.
Tell me when I have to change
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah. The slides. Yeah.
slides. Okay.
Yeah. All right then. Okay.
Okay.
So,
What you want?
all right. So, I'm gonna talk about change and why companies would like to implement change in the companies, because there's they so so and the way to do it is, first of all, we have to do a diagnosis, then identify the problem, set direction, set up the objectives, evaluate and implement. And next slide. Now, how do you make a diagnosis of it? Okay, so you may look at the strategy, the structure, the system, skills, style of management or business approach, or share values as well, or the staff as well. Okay, so by looking at that, then what you're doing is identify the problem. Okay, so the problem might be in the leadership. Okay, because the people are from different backgrounds, so there's a conflict in between them, or the culture. For example, it could be centralized or decentralized, the power. So that create conflicts as well. So HR practices can help to deal with these things. Okay. Now, what you do is to set direction. Okay. So the next one, Lily.
Yes.
Next one. The next one.
Another one?
Oh no, back. Sorry.
Back?
Oh no, I've done that one. I've done that one. So next one.
Next one, identify the problem.
Yeah, next one. Yeah. Okay. So the following one, because I talked about the HR practices as well. Okay.
Set
So
direction.
now we're setting the direction. Okay. So most of the time, what it needs, the company needs, is a cultural change. Okay. So when the employees, for example, they need more feedback from employees. The decisions are made too quickly, perhaps, and there's no clear planning as well. And how they communicate the strategies as well. Okay. So the three-step model of change. Okay. So what you do is unfreeze, moving and refreezing. Okay, so unfreeze, you destabilize the culture. The leadership is not only transitional but transformational. Okay, so you have to destabilize the culture. Okay, and then moving is modify attitudes. So you have to examine the backgrounds and leadership as well. And refreezing is a new direction, and how the management aligns itself. Okay. Next one.
Objectives.
Yeah. So the objectives. So every company needs a goal, so you need to rephrase that goal. Okay. So the goal might be that they communicate strategies better to employees, or share ideas in team meetings, encourage teamwork. Okay, and targets, use feedback, for example, 360 degrees feedback, have a meeting a month, and leadership used to transformational approach, team meetings every week. So those are the objectives that may help with change. Okay, and then what you do is to evaluate what you thought about, the suitability. So is it the right cultural fit? So you need to research other companies as well. Acceptability. So is it acceptable? Is it something that people are willing to do? Is it going to encourage team working to help others? Feasibility. So the stages and focus on critical behavior is the most cultural impact. Okay, so you look at the resources, the technology, and the skills as well. Okay, so the next point is the implementation. And the implementation, it can be done in 3 ways. OD, which is organizational development. That means understand how HR can make changes in an organization. And it's done by aligning organizational structure and corporate culture and various ways of working to help business succeed. Oh, can you go into the next one? La siguiente.
Evaluate,
Yeah, next one.
implementation.
That one. That one. Okay, so I just talked about OD. That's the organizational development. Okay, that aligns organizational structure, corporate culture, and various ways of working. And BPR, which is business process re-engineering, which is a systematic, disciplined approach to reducing organizational costs and redundant business processes involving the analysis of existing human and automated workflows. I mean, the example with that would be the Ford business and how they went from all McDonald's working in a line. So that's an example of that. TQM is total quality management, and it's an approach to provide long-term success and satisfaction through customer service, really. Okay, so you can choose any of these ways of implementing your changes, but actually it's better to pick a bit of each one. Okay, and that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Maria. And now we open a question turn. Anybody wants to ask something to another?
Yes. Macarena is gone.
Yes, Macarena is going.
Okay. So, Dr. Cole, I like when Dr. Cole said, "What's in my bag?" What was humanity like before the invasion of the bags? I like the story about the passenger, because that resembles anybody in the world, or that's my take of what it is. Is it like that?
Well, reading that story, I just suddenly remembered now that, wow, I didn't even remember that I had pondered over really what there are many things that I think about. History of things.
Yeah.
Know that there was a time in the world when there were no bags.
Mm,
The world
mm.
did not come with bags. So
That's it.
sometime in our lives, we created the bags.
Mm, mm, mm.
So my thinking is, what happened before the bags? I had
Yeah.
written something also. What happened before beds were created, invented?
It's such a very good way of thinking, actually, because I never thought, there was a time when, there was no bags, but I'm
No, there
sure.
were no bags. There were no beds. Um, there were
Yeah.
no stoves the way we have them now. And once we,
Mm.
if once in a while we give rein to our imagination and just see, you can see how endless it would be to just
Yeah.
imagine when there were no beds, when there
Yeah.
were no chairs, when there were no, because all of these things came at different phases of our lives.
Mm.
And
Mm.
I am very, very fascinated by,
Yeah.
by the design of bags.
Yeah.
I
So
did
funny.
tell, I would
Mm.
like to go to a museum and see bags, and I
Yeah.
collect them. All the
Yeah.
conferences I go, I collect the bags.
I think that'll be a worthy exercise, actually. I think that'll be a new project for you, because that would be amazing.
Yeah, but the creators are not very interested in it because I've spoken to a number of them. And then on campus here, during
Yeah.
the game day, you can come in with a bag, but it
Yeah.
must be transparent. Everything in your bag, people can see it.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
So
I mean,
I've seen bags at airports that
yeah.
children can sit on and it will just propel itself.
Mm, mm,
But the ideal bag I'm looking for is a bag that has a drone that instead of you lifting it, the drone will lift it and will be just in your face. As you're moving, your bag will be moving along with you.
yeah. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
So when you get to the seat, you just press something and it will just come down.
Yeah. Yes.
You don't have to lift it.
Yeah, I think that'd be amazing. I mean,
Yeah, so that's
yeah.
but
Mm, 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 mm.
back to the story itself. I'm ever fascinated about the passengers, those who sit next to me in the bus. Who are
Yeah.
they? What are they
Yeah.
thinking? I can see what they're doing, but what are they thinking?
Yeah, it's definitely a question to explore,
Yeah.
actually. And I like what you said, that the passengers don't want to meet your eyes, or with the other person. It's like everybody is in the little island, and
Yes.
they don't wanna they don't wanna confront themselves, with other person, just in case they've got to talk to them or share something with them. I mean, that's what I think people go for. I don't want any problems, so I just go look. Don't make eye contact.
Do you ride buses yourself, or you drive
Pardon?
yourself? Do you ride buses?
I do go by bus sometimes. Yes, I do. Yeah, yeah. I used to use quite a lot of buses when I was at the university as well. Yeah.
I
So,
don't have a car, so I
yeah,
only rely on buses. Yes.
yeah. So yeah. So you feel like that. You feel like you don't want people to know what your business is. What you.
I don't mind them. If they talk to me, I'll talk to them, but they don't talk to me.
Yeah, but the people don't talk to each other. Anyway, so that was really good. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much, Dr. Cole, and I wanted to ask something to Piero as well. Okay.
Eh,
Eh,
¿Tienes una pregunta para Piero? Dices.
sí, tengo una pregunta
Piero.
para Piero.
Sí.
Mm, ah, pétalos de flores, ¿dónde está? Ah, eh, ¿quién es el profesor Leonardo?
Mascarsoni. Leonardo Mascarsoni. Espera, que no tienes el micrófono abierto. Tienes que activar el
Ah,
micrófono, Piero. Piero,
que no lo tiene.
Piero, tu
El
micrófono está
profesor,
apagado. Ahora.
Ahora.
el profesor Leonardo Mascanzoni es
Mm,
un profesor de la Universidad de Bologna
mm,
en historia medieval. Ha
mm,
escrito más o menos 16 libros y ahora
mm.
ha terminado un libro de 450 páginas sobre la historia de mi ciudad, aquí en
Ah,
Italia. Y estará
wow.
en noviembre en librería. Y es
Ah,
una persona muy conocida, muy famosa. Él va a editar esta historia con
mm.
mi propia casa editora, che è,
Ah,
eh,
bien.
que es il Ponte Vecchio. Y
Mm,
el Ponte Vecchio es la editora más importante de la Romagna, que es la mitad de la Emilia Romagna. Y
mm.
el profesor ha escrito en juventud eh, mm, muchas, no sé cuántas, poesías
Mm.
por dolores de amor. Y me la pasó y eran muy bonitas.
Claro.
Entonces, por esto no es solo profesor de historia medieval, es un ex poeta.
Mm,
Entonces, tiene una sensibilidad capaz de introducirse en un universo poético.
muy
Esto
bien.
es.
Ah, perfecto. Me ha encantado. Me ha encantado lo de la mochila de las ideas. También espero que tengas mucha suerte con ella. También.
No, va bastante. Es un libro, no lo he dicho, es un libro que ha sido editado en el 2001 y no, 2021, perdón. En época prácticamente en COVID. Entonces ha tardado bastante tiempo a arrancar. eh,
Mm,
por todas las razones que podemos, sobre todo la distribución. La
mm,
distribución ha sido bastante difícil
claro.
porque la editora se ocupa de distribuir en Romagna, pero tiene distribuidores en toda Italia. O sea, mi libro ha sido vendido a Milán, a Roma, a Ancona, en toda Italia,
Mm,
porque había dos distribuidoras. Además, había las
mm.
compañías email, no, online se dice. Bueno,
También.
ha sido vendido mucho en Amazon.
Ah, en
Eh,
Amazon, claro.
en Amazon, un poco en EBS que no conocéis porque es una distribuidora. Y ahora la otra distribuidora que se llama Il Libraccio
Mm,
es un dispregiativo del libro, hace mucha publicidad de mí. Y he subido en el
mm.
ranking de Amazon
Ah,
y
sí.
tengo 5 estrellas.
Bueno, perfecto.
Enhorabuena. Enhorabuena.
Con, con un chef.
Claro,
Y mi libro tiene el privilegio en Amazon de venderse sin coste de transporte,
claro. Ah, pues
que es
incluso
una cosa
mejor.
buena,
Sí,
mejor.
sí, 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 sí. Bueno,
Pero
pues
aquí en mi ciudad, de momento que nada es profeta en patria, no he tenido menos
éxito.
Mm, mm,
Mientras ha sido vendido en España también, pero a las personas que hablan italiano, naturalmente,
claro,
y que pueden leer poesías en italiano, sobre todo los cantantes líricos.
claro,
Bien,
claro.
eso está bien. Bueno, siempre
Porque
hay...
l'idioma oficial de la lírica, de la ópera, o sea, el idioma oficial, prácticamente todos los cantantes hablan italiano, porque la mayoría de las óperas, bueno, aparte Wagner, aparte, son en italiano.
Bueno, pues
Bueno,
tenéis un buen mercado
mm,
con los cantantes de ópera, entonces está bien, está bien. Sí, es interesante. Vale, yo tenía una pregunta para María.
mm.
The question is, in your opinion, the objectives must change to get a better results in the companies or not?
I think so. I think the objectives redefines what the company does. So the objectives are very important. So because that's where the company is going. So if you don't set out your objectives properly, then you don't get any growth at all. So so you need to say what your objectives are. In order to get growth. For example, you can say communicate strategies better to employees. So normally you put a note somewhere in the website and people don't find them.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't find any notes. So you need to change that in order for people to come and join your company, and that they like what you do, so they know what you're doing as well. So you can either put it in a different in rather than put it in the website, you can put a tweet, for example, a Twitter. So nowadays, the Twitter account companies have got their own Twitter accounts, and they set up all the notices to whatever people need to know. They set it up on there so people know exactly what they need to know, and that's very important. Also, the feedback is very important. If you don't give feedback to your employees, then they don't know what they're doing wrong. They don't know what they can improve on, and as they improve, the company improves as well. So that's two things that they are very important.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for
Okay.
your answer. Okay, then there are any questions, more questions to anybody else? ¿Hay alguna pregunta para alguien más? O si no, damos por
No,
concluido.
that's it.
That's it. No
That's
more
it.
questions.
Nel momento che Loli ha escrito muchos libros de música, también este libro, La valija contiene varias poesías dedicadas a la música, porque yo también escribo de música en Rubato Magazine. Y por esta razón, este libro, gracias a una poesía en particular, porque yo tengo una grande afición para el teatro real desde siempre, desde el 2005. He escrito una poesía dedicada al teatro real. Entonces, allí dentro ha tenido mi libro un grandísimo éxito. al departamento prensa, alla direzione artistica, me han agradecido por haber escrito Teatro Real. Digo las tres últimas versos que me han salido bien.
Vale.
Tutto si interseca e ruota fino all'istante nel quale, al buio della grande sala, il maestro entra ed alza d'incanto la bacchetta e qui inizia, puntuale, la magia. ¿Entendido?
Sí,
Sí,
entendido. Me ha encantado lo de puntuales.
sí.
Porque sí que es cierto que hay que ser muy puntual.
Puntual.
Sí,
Punctual.
sí, sí,
Yes. Vale.
está
Bueno,
muy bien.
Y gracias, thank you very much a todos. Lo lamento, intentaré de mejorar mi inglés. My English. For next occasion. Okay, time. For
Yeah.
next time.
Exacto. Sí, tienes un año para mejorar.
Pero Siur está seguro que no escribiré nunca poesías en inglés.
No. Okay. Well, thank you for having me in this one as well, and I enjoyed it, and enjoyed listening to Piero and Dr. Cole as well. All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
Yes.
Hasta mañana.
Hasta
All
mañana.
right.
Goodbye. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Bye.
Adiós.
Adios.
Adiós.
Bye. Adios. Bye.